Hi, welcome to Mark's Basement Arcade. Today we're going to do the flipper rebuild on this Williams Blastoff. First we're going to work on taking them apart. So what will we do first? We're going to take these clips off, and notice this doesn't even have a clip. It fell off at one time. It's holding on good. It's not going anywhere, so it was working. So why remove it? One thing I want to do right now is, before we do that, I want to get this lug soldered back on good. What I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut that off and fix it the way I want it to be fixed. I don't like the way it is. So we're going to fix it now. What we're going to do first is, let's get you up here a little bit. Now, I'm not the best solderer in the world, so don't rely on me for your soldering skill learning. So we're going to cut this off. Now we're gonna strip these out. Actually, I'm gonna make a video real quick on how to do this, because I don't think I've ever done this before. And then we'll be right back. Ooh, that was magic fast. So we got that stripped. We got one of them stripped. But I'm gonna show you on this video how to do it. Alright, what we're gonna do is take your wire like that. Get it nice as straight as possible. You can take a Bic lighter and light it up. Burn it till it's black. Now, this wire is going to be hot. Seriously, it's going to be hot. So I'm going to leave that one sit there, and we're going to do this one now. Burn area 1 stripped off until it's black. That one I'm not going to touch now. This one, 2 fingers, like that. Just grab it. Like that. I'll put it right there. Grab it. Pulls right off. Look at that. Clean wire. Clean wire. Boom. Another one. Pulls right off. Clean wire. And that's how you strip these old fabric wires. So you learned something today. Alright, we're going to tin these now. This is flux. Flux is kind of, we'll call a solder glue. That's what we will call it today. Think of it as a solder and glue. What it does, it kind of like cleans and prepares the metal to accept solder. Let's look at it that way. It helps when you can see it through the smoke. Alright. Let's see if we can fix this up a little bit. clean up that lug. This is going to be a little bit fun, soldering these on here. I'm going to try to do one at a time. And it's always fun doing three. Ooh, that's warm. Those are on there good. This one I think I'm just going to attach to the front. There we go. That's Oliver. You hear the little wah 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 is Oliver. The woo woo, that's Comet. See, that's Oliver. If you hear the barking, so that's on good. All right, we got that fixed. We got the wires on good. Actually, this right here, you can see, that is electrical tape. There was electrical tape wrapped around here holding these wires on to the lug. Yes, these, I'm going to put electrical tape around this coil because this originally had this like paper on it to hold that winding. I just don't want nobody to get into it, so I'm just going to wrap electrical tape around it. It's perfectly fine. This just had paper on it from the factory that covered it, so I just want to protect it, so we're going to put electrical tape around it. Alright, this has a hairpin clip on it, so we're going to take that out. It's got a hairpin clip and then a washer, and then we got two set screws here. Should be one here. That comes out. This one comes out. Now I should be able to go underneath and unscrew these by hand and pull the flipper out. This is a broken flipper, so we got new ones to replace it. Nothing wrong with this. You just put new plastics on and you're done. So now this will come apart real good. We'll put these screws in all the way. I make it a habit of screwing these in all the way and screwing them out all the way, because I want to make sure the threads are decent on these, which they are. Like that. So this will get cleaned up and thrown in there. This I might be able to. There we go. As you can see, that is your flipper slop. That's why we're rebuilding them. That's flipper slop. Garbage. Same with this one. We have the two set screws. You can use a screwdriver on this too. I like to use a 1/4 inch nut driver. That one just fell out by itself. Same thing, it's got the one screw on it. This one is broke, but you always replace 2 flippers at a time. Do them both. Alright, this will come down, come out like that. Again, you'll screw these in all the way. I just want to make sure the threads are good. Unscrew them all the way. Screw it in all the way. Unscrew it. Screw it back in. That's good. This one. I need to put my lighter over there because we're done with that. Get those tools out of the way. Same with this. This I push in and come off. As you can see, we got flipper slop on there too. You don't want that. And you can see this. This was broke, but we got brand new bushings for it. So let's take these screws out. That will come out there. These screws are going to go back in here. The only reason why is I'm not rebuilding this flippers all at one time. This is going to be a cut video. We got one screw missing here. It's going to be a cut video because I have to clean the playfield off and I want these bushings out of here. It's going to be a seamless video for you. Nope, look at that. It's going to be a seamless video for you. For me, it's going to be probably over a week or two. So that's your flipper bushing. But I just want these screws to be back where I know they belong. But we are gonna rebuild some of the flipper as soon as I can find the box of parts, or this is right behind me. Alright, we got new parts. So let's zoom you out a little bit. And let's make it easier for me. We'll take these screws out. I'm going to show you how to do one side with the coil sleeve and everything. Other side I'll do on my own, and I want to show you how to do one EOS switch. Alright, here's your EOS switch, blah 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 blah, yes, your EOS switch. So what we're going to do is get one brand new one out of the bag, which is nice because they come with new coil sleeves too. And we will need, here's a new link. As you can see, there's no slopping out. I do want to get new coil stop out right away too. See, we got new flipper bushings too. New clips and screws. We won't probably use the screws, but we will use the clips, especially on this one because there was none. This had clips but no washers. So I don't know if we will reuse the washer or not. Probably not. So now we're taking these two out here. Sometimes they got nuts on them, so that's why I always take this bracket off of. These two sometimes will have nuts and washers on them. So always take this bracket off when you rebuild your flippers. Some have them, some don't. I learned that the hard way by breaking screws. So now I just take this whole bracket off. Plus, you got to replace the coil stop anyways. Will this come out? Yes, it came out beautifully. Original coil sleeve. Let's get a towel. And let's get a little naphtha. And this is just naphtha in a bottle. This is from Mike. clean the yuckies off the sleeve. Coil. We'll clean the bracket off. This is not needed if you're doing this on your own. However, why not? You know what I mean? You're taking it apart, why not clean it? If you really wanted to, you could polish this, put it in a rock tumbler and get it all off and make it look super clean and awesome and whatever. However, this is just getting a rebuild. It's not getting a beautify, snazzy, dazzy makeup kit on it. New sleeve goes in there. That goes like that. New coil stop goes on there. Take the original screws because there's nothing wrong with them. Get them started. I don't like tightening them both down right away. I like doing one at a time. Well, getting them both in. Alright, now I'm gonna hold my finger on the metal here and on the coil stop here and get it as tight as I can. And then tighten one screw. And then this one will get tightened. Now I'll do the last snug on them. There. That is, got a new sleeve on it. It's the way it's supposed to be. It should have that little bit of loose to it, which is normal. We will put that over there. Now we will get at this. I find it easier to just take these off here. Like that. Now we will take these two screws out. Note how this goes. The new one will go back in the exact same way. Just like that. While that is still like that, I want to keep it aligned just for me. Get that on there. It's a key thing for me. That way I know it. This is how it pulled off. And it's my ADD or whatever you would call it. These just get tightened. You don't need to He-Man them because you will strip this metal plate here. This just gets moved like that. It doesn't have to be at 80 pounds of torque. Just snug with your screwdriver. Now these, I'm gonna tin real quick. I don't know why I took my soldering iron away and stuff. I should have did that before I did that. Ooh, that is nasty. That was Comet. Come on. There we go. Look at that. And it's just destroyed. It's been hitting on a weird angle. Oliver's getting yelled at. Oliver's naughty sometimes. But so's Comet. Comet the pinball dog. Alright. Oh, they're eating, that's what's happening. You know how dogs get when they eat. They want each other's food. Alright, got that tinned. These we'll just take off. These I'm going to do separately. I'm just going to put that in there. I'm doing them separately because two of these wires join together and two of them didn't. So I want to leave the one that was separate by itself and put two of them together by theirself. And it doesn't matter if you put them on the top or on the bottom. It's an EOS switch, it just needs to know it's closed. That's all it cares about. It doesn't care if that's on the top or the bottom. But it might care that you put two wrong wires together. I can't see what I'm doing. This might be where my Hako works better. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Not as good as I'd like it, but see if we can fix that a little bit better. See, there's a problem with this one, it gets a lot hotter. And that's the problem. And it takes longer to cool down. That's why it's really good for big lugs. And with my Hako, it takes a little bit longer to warm it up. It doesn't get the whole entire thing as hot, but it lets it cool down real quick. I just touched that whole thing and the heat just traveled all the way through. We got that almost unsoldered to the end. This is garbage anyways. Part of it fell off here. Garbage. This we can just snip off the end. Garbage. Tool over there. Get that. So yeah, I don't feel like digging out my Hako and having two of these at one time, but I guess if I'm doing lugs, it's probably better. This is really good for just doing coils. I think that's what I'm just going to use it for. Just coils. Alright. So we got that. That. So let's put those screws back. I need to wipe this off. Looks like at one time we had a coil fire. And that would explain why there's a brand new coil on this side. Those just need to be snugged down. They're in wood. Do not crank down on them. See, look at that. It's a little cleaning. You can get rid of the burn mark where you had a coil fire. Yep, I'll go back down like that. I put one there, one over here. That way I know this bracket is centered. These I never take off. I never do anything with them. So, just a word. This is a stop for the plunger. You'll just mess up your geometry of your flippers. So I never touch that at all. Alright. Coil's been fixed with the wires on correctly. These wires are on good. We don't have to worry about them. We have our new EOS switch on, which I'm going to give a little bend that way. That's all wired good. None of the wires are touching anything. We are set there. So now we will get to rebuilding these.